Lord, my camera ain't acting right. I am hot and mad. Let me tell you, I set aside this whole day to watch me some X Factor, 2-hour show, and they cut it off due to some game and then bring on something that they didn't have to play, and they could have been playing X Factor the whole time, and then they, I'm going. Lord, let me tell you, hey man, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, and I am pretty mad because X Factor, and it's not even X Factor's fault, so I ain't even gonna blame them. It is Fox Network messed this up, because let me tell you, they started out because they had a rain delay, so they gonna put on some other programming. So they put on some pilot for some other show when they should have been playing X Factor to begin with. By the time they even got to getting on to the X Factor, it would have been half over already, and they'd only missed like half of the show. I would only miss it. I can't even talk straight. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm gonna do for y'all right now, because I know you want some commentary, and I want to give you some commentary, and I'm hoping that they're gonna come back on, and I still got the TV on just in case the show comes back on, the baseball game is over and the show comes back on, okay, right? So we gonna start out. We had some results from the judges' house today. We started with Britney's results with the teens. We started out with Diamond White. She got called up first, and I had no worries about her. She's definitely making it through. And now, see, I type all this as I'm going, and I do not change it afterwards, so you guys know that, you should know that already. So I'm like, she's definitely making it through. Britney told her she brought life to everything in her performance, and she was a yes. I am so happy. I had no doubt about it. Carly Rose Sonenclar is another one I had no doubt about. She was next, and she has to be going, I wrote, she has to be going through, or there's no justice in this world. Kind of dramatic, but it's the truth. So Britney said there were a lot of things that were stunning about her performance, and called her very talented. She also got to talking about all the pressure and all this. She was just trying to throw her off, because she got it, yes. She's going through, so she's going to be in the live shows. Next up we had Arin Ray. He was called up and gave Britney a big kiss on the cheek or whatever. And I wasn't sure about him, because I was like, I don't know. I didn't think he was that strong in his performance. Britney told him there were a lot of things about his performance that were amazing, but she felt like he might not be good enough to stand out with all the other talent being so great, even all the other young talent, and she is right. But he makes it through to the live shows also, and I was kind of surprised about that. But I can see, he has a little more experience with what's going on, and he does have this certain element of likability. So yeah, he made it on through. And from his first audition, the other ones weren't as great. That first audition really sealed the deal, I think, for him. James Tanner was up next, and he's one I think that's going home. I wrote, Britney said she felt like his persona was cool and he knows how to use it, but she thinks he has some technical things with his voice that he needs to work on, and he got cut. He is going home. Beatrice Miller and Reid Deming were the last two left, and one is going home while the other is going on, and they naturally played one against the other, and they're going to do this, I'm sure, on all of the results. So Reid Deming went up first, or so it appeared, and Britney told him he had a good performance with personality and confidence, but she felt there's a lack of vocal training and he might need more strength. Then they showed Beatrice Miller, and Britney told her she felt like her performances were better at other auditions, during the auditions basically, and she's worried if she can handle the pressure. Then they showed her saying, "You're going home." And she was actually talking to Reid. So Reid goes home and Beatrice Miller moves on to the live shows. And BritneyTeens, they are calling it, are going on with Diamond White, Carrie Sonenclar, Arin Ray, and Beatrice Miller. Next we had the LA's results for the over 25s. And David Correy was up first. LA said he liked his energy and voice, but said it concerned him if he could be a #1 artist. He wasn't sure if he could be a #1 artist. But he took him on through with him to the live show, so he's a yes. Daryl Black came up, and I'm not sure what to think because we haven't seen a whole lot of him since his first audition. LA said he reminded him of himself. And he also told him he has an amazing voice, but he wants fire and stardom. He really wants somebody who's, really has that need to make it. And Daryl does come off as being very laid back, cool guy, no worries or anything like that. And I see that, but it's not because he doesn't have the talent, because he doesn't want it. It's because that's just the type of person he is. So anyway, he sent Daryl home. And Daryl said he was devastated and that LA had made a mistake. I think he might have made a mistake, but there's so much good talent. It's hard to see who would be winning and who might not. So it's really a no-lose situation in any of these choices as far as I'm concerned. Jason Brock was up next, and he was told by LA that he has a really, really strong voice, and he's a fan. So LA is a fan of Jason Brock. But he asked him if he could become a massive star. He said, that's my question, could you become a massive star? I personally think he could. Look at Elton John, look at Billy Joel, look at all these great, look at Adam Lambert. You know, somebody's talking about on Twitter how, you know, we already got one Adam Lambert. It's like Jason Brock is in a totally different genre, totally different, and we don't have anything like him at the moment, contemporary like Jason at the moment. LA says yes, and he's moving on to the live shows, and I was so happy because, tell me, I love Jason Brock. Just an amazing performer. He's off the chain. He's off the chain. So next they call us Tate Stevens, and LA tells him he was really impressed by his first audition and that he had a lovability about himself, but he doesn't have confidence. He's saying you need that confidence. Well, what a star has, they have all this confidence. You have to have it, blah, 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 and it goes on and on and on. And then he tells him yes and takes him through to the live shows. And Tate was sitting there like, he was sure he was going home. Poor man looked like he might be on the verge of tears, and he just totally flipped it on him. Now, Vino and Tara were the last ones up, and one is going home and the other is moving on. So again, they played the thing where, you know, they tried to play both of them at the same time. And Tara went up, it looked like first, it seemed like it from the editing, but then they went over to Vino. So I'm going to do it the same way. LA said she was incredible and had fire, and he liked her competitive nature. He also said he had lost sleep over her. And she was like, I've lost sleep over me too. Then they went to Vino Alan, and he was nervous being last, you know. And LA said he thought his tone was very special, but wasn't sure how it worked. And I suppose he meant the it being his whole package, his whole look, you know, with the sound of his voice, because it's just so different, and let's face it, his look could be off-putting. That is my words, not LA's. So what happened was Tara goes home and Vino Alan goes on to the live shows. And Vino was so sweet, he called his mom to tell her he made it. I was like, oh, that is so sweet. Tara, on the other hand, who y'all know I love her. I love her feisty spirit and her voice and just the way she attacks her performances. She said he got rid of someone who could possibly be a Kelly Clarkson, or she said somebody else, or Christina Aguilera. I was like, girl, you think way too highly of yourself. But you have to be out here in this business and to really make it. And I, again, Twitter was going crazy, talking about they were so glad that Tara was gone. So many people were hating on her. I like her so much, and I wish you, Tara, I wish you the best. And I keep saying Vino Alan when it's Vino Alan. I am sorry for those of you who are his big fans. So the LA over 25s are David, Correy, Jason Brock, Tate Stevens, and Vino Alan. And yeah, all guys, but I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. It's all good. Then we got up to Demi's results. And Jennel Garcia is up first. And Demi tells her she has an incredible voice, but she felt like she's insecure with her performances. But despite that, Jennel is going on to the live shows with Demi. And she was very, very happy. She said, she made me so nervous. She made me so nervous. And Willie Jones. I wrote, Willie Jones seems like a shoo-in to me with the performance he gave. And because I thought it was just wonderful. He just picked it up and proved that he could do it. Demi gave him a hug and told him he was completely unique, but she felt like he had an inner battle going between his country voice and his R&B voice. And she asked if he was ready right now. And she gave him a yes and sent him on to the live shows. And then all drama broke loose. We went to commercial, we came back, and we were on some kind of sitcom that I had never seen before, and I didn't want to see, and I don't want to see. And I got on Twitter and found out that it was happening to everybody. I started changing my channel because I thought I'd accidentally hit the remote or something. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me tell you. Drama, drama, drama. What did he say? Who sang it? Trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble always. What did you guys think so far? Let me know down in the comments. And what do you think is going on over at Fox right now? I think it was Lindsay Parker was like, somebody's going to get fired tonight. I feel good about the things that have happened so far, but again, I feel like with the people that they have up there, there's really it's really a no-lose situation for X Factor. Of course, for the contestants, each one really cares and really wants to move on. Everybody is so talented. This is Robert Anton, robertanton.com. I hope to get back to you with the rest of the commentary for the judges' results. If I don't, if they play it next Tuesday while playing the other episode on Wednesday night, let me tell you, I am watching The Voice and I am going to watch The Voice. X Factor, I'm sorry, I love you, but those are the breaks. I guess I have to watch the replays or Hulu or something. If you know where they do play the full episode of X Factor on the internet, please let me know down in the comments also. I'm out. Peace.